Do you agree that waterboarding is torture and that it's illegal?
Waterboarding is torture, Senator.
And thus illegal.
And thus illegal.
Of course it is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gimme 5. In the previous Gimme 5, folks, we let you hear from Senator Ted Cruz, who did such a masterful job in grilling Loretta Lynch. Here we have Pat Leahy asking if waterboarding is torture. Of course it's torture, and that means it's illegal. All right, so that's the end of that. Now get a load of this one, folks.
Who has more right to a job in this country? A lawful immigrant who's here, a green card holder, or a citizen, or a person who entered the country unlawfully?
Well, Senator, I believe that the right and the obligation to work is one that's shared by everyone in this country, regardless of how they came here. And certainly if someone is here, regardless of status, I would prefer that they be participating in the workplace than not participating in the workplace.
I am very confused. Now, I am no attorney general. I am no lawyer, and I am certainly no attorney general nominee. But I thought that if you're here illegally, she said regardless of status. If you're here illegally, if that's your status, and as Senator Sessions indicated, if you came here illegally, I thought it was illegal for an employer to hire you. Now, again, I'm no Loretta Lynch, and I'm no attorney general nominee, but what's she talking about? Isn't it illegal for employers to hire someone who's here illegally? I'm dumbfounded. But don't worry, all the senators will vote for her anyway. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Oh, no. Now, Lindsey Graham takes over, ladies and gentlemen, and get a load of these.
Same-sex marriage. This may go to the Supreme Court very soon. If the Supreme Court rules that same-sex marriage bans are unconstitutional, it violates the U.S. Constitution for a state to try to limit marriage between a man and a woman. That's clearly the law of the land unless there's a constitutional amendment to change it. What legal rationale would be in play that would prohibit polygamy?
Yeah, well, that's a very good question. In fact, Sonia Sotomayor, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of cases ago on gay marriage, when the arguments were being made, she asked that question to the proponents of gay marriage, although I'm sure she wound up voting for it. Nonetheless, she asked, where do you draw the line? And, of course, Loretta Lynch has no clue, didn't address it, couldn't answer it, wouldn't answer it, will never answer it. And that's what you'd expect. I've heard the left say, that's an issue for the Supreme Court, not for the Attorney General. Baloney. Here's more.
What's the legal difference between a ban on same-sex marriage being unconstitutional, but a ban on polygamy being constitutional? Could you try to articulate how one could be banned under the Constitution and the other not?
I'll give you her answer before you hear it. If you ever watch The Honeymooners, it's kind of humana, 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 humana. That's her answer. In other words, there will not be an answer, just like there was not an answer to the questions that Ted Cruz asked her about the Attorney General, the Attorney General investigating his or her own president instead of appointing a special prosecutor. She only had an answer for, waterboarding is torture. That she knew. But here, watch this.
Well, Senator, I have not been involved in the argument or analysis of the cases that have gone before the Supreme Court. So, and I'm not comfortable undertaking legal analysis without having had the ability to undertake a review of the relevant facts and the precedent there. So I certainly would not be able to provide you with that analysis at this point in time, but I look forward to continuing the discussions with you.
Absolutely. I'm sure she'll be on the phone with Lindsey Graham real soon, continuing the discussions with him. And Ted Cruz, in case you missed that, we're gonna do that next hour. If you missed Ted Cruz grilling of Loretta Lynch, don't miss it in the next hour. It is I don't know what to say. They're going to approve this woman. You know they're going to approve this woman. They're going to approve this woman overwhelmingly, and she should not be approved. She favored Obama's immigration order. You heard what she said about these issues. Your Newsmax Now updates next.